All right, we forward again. And as we proceed to give you what you need, this is Ascension Manual Class 5. And in the famous words of Saeed Baba, let's dance. And like we say, we got a lot of people out here teaching on it, right? The Ascension Manual, and that's good. So where we at? The solar plex chakra, the solar plex seat, which burns at a yellow, right? Which represents me, right? Because we told you on the last tapes about the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti chart, right? So this yellow solar plex chakra vibrates on me, which represents E on the piano musical scale, right? Which vibrates at 329 hertz, right? And you should be up to speed on what hertz, megahertz, right? Gigahertz. Go back and get the first couple tapes where we broke that down for you. We told you you're gonna need to know that as we get farther down into the Ascension Manual, or up into the Ascension Manual, right? Right? The solar plex seat, one of the most powerful chakras, right? Because it's one of the primary chakras. Like we told you, the root chakra, the solar plex, and the third eye chakra, right? Yellow, red, and blue are the primary chakras, right? So this solar plex chakra is one of the primary chakras. And keep in mind, the color yellow vibrates at 530 terahertz, right? The solar plex chakra is located in the solar plex. And keep in mind, if you press rewind, Baba told us that we had a sun burning in us, right? A sun is fire, right? And what does a fire need to burn? Oxygen, right? And when that fire takes in the oxygen, what does it give off? Carbon dioxide, right? CO2, which is a combination of carbon burning with oxygen, right? This chakra is responsible, right, for your confidence and your self-esteem, right? And controlling your feelings and guiding and accomplishing your goals. This chakra is very important, right? Like we say, Baba pointed out that you had that sun burning inside of you. This is the solar plex chakra. This is what keeps the body maintaining between 96 and 99 degrees for Nubians, right? So your body stays at a certain temperature, right? It maintains a certain temperature, right? And your solar plex plays a part in this. And keep in mind, like we told you, there are hand signals for each sign. And the sign for this solar plex chakra, right, is referred to as RAM, right? And keep in mind, in the computer world, RAM stands for random access memory. And keep in mind, as the 15 elder pointed out, if you spin the word RAM backwards, you get Mars. And then if you spin the M upside down, you get war, which is the meaning of Mars. And a ram is also a mature male sheep, right? Who no longer needs a shepherd, but now can defend himself and becomes his own leader, right? His own master, right? So keep that in mind. And keep in mind that rams are very territorial. Your solar plex chakra is what makes you territorial. This is where you begin to take control of your ship. Because like the 15 elders pointed out, the body, right, is a ship. And this is where your steering wheel is parked. Your willpower. And then the question becomes, is free will really free? As in free willy? Once you master the solar plex chakra, you master the physical plane, which is what this symbol, this hand sign represents. I have mastered the physical plane. I know and I know not. And in this, the journey begins. Because you got me going in circles, all round and round I go. You got me going in circles. Why? Because she got a hold of your steering wheel and yanking it to the left. Or she could be yanking it to the right, which could be a good thing. This sign is also in the masonry, right? Which means physical master. If you're shooting it down, and if you're shooting it up, it means spiritual master, right? And the number for this chakra is the number 5, right? And the sign and the shape for the solar plex is the pentagon, right? Which has 100 108 degrees, which comes back to 9, right? Which has 5 angles with 72 degrees, right? And 72 is 9, right? So 5 and 9 are the numbers that represent this chakra, right? And there are also elements connected with this chakra, fire and air, right? This chakra is also how you connect with nature, right? You connect with nature through your solar plex chakra, right? Because the trees take in the CO2, right? And give off oxygen. So these trees are connected with your solar plex, right? So we point these things out, right? They plants stimulate the solar plex. That's why it's good to go walking in the woods, in the garden with a lot of plants. When you want to meditate and do your meditation on the solar plex chakra and cleanse it, go outside in the nature. Go around, plants and trees. They attach to this solar plex chakra because they give off the element that this solar plex absorbs, okay? So we want to point that out. And the devil's out here right now cutting down the trees, right? And selling it. It's all about money and greed with him. He cutting down the trees. The trees you need because the trees actually maintain the oxygen level on your planet, which is 21%. And if they go down below 18%, they start to snuff people out. And that's what's happening now. People can't barely breathe. Why? Because they cut down all the trees. And when you cut down the trees, you increase the disease because oxygen is a cleanser. The solar plex control your metabolism. And what is the metabolism? The parts can be in relationship to the parts of a car. How many calories do you consume a day? How many calories do the body need to function? The metabolism plays a part in keeping you healthy and keeping you from getting sick, right? And keep you from being obese, right? The metabolism is connected with the sweat glands. The metabolism was activated by the solar plex chakra when you exercise. When you exercise, you increase your metabolism, right? You increase the solar plex because it's all tied in with the solar plex. We're about to make it clear for you. See, the reason why people get sick is they don't control their metabolism. Your solar plex, once you gain complete control of your solar plex, you will be able to control your metabolism. You will be able to shed weight off your body, unnecessary weight, because the metabolism burns fat. It converts to fat. The solar plex is what burns the fat, right? It's the center sun within you. And that's why a lot of people over here are obese now, right? Because the metabolism is being cut off. The people that got a high metabolism is because they activate their metabolism. They move around, they get out, they move around, they sweat, right? They sweat, they activate that solar plex. These are people that's duals, right? We're gonna get into the yellow auric egg, right? Which connects with the solar plex, right? We're gonna get into the yellow auric egg that connect with the solar plex. We want to talk to you about the metabolism, which is part of the solar plex. And when you increase the metabolism, that's why it's good to get up in the morning, right? When you get up early before you go to work or before you get up doing what you do, right? And then when the sun rises, right? And exercise for about 30 minutes to start your metabolism going, right? So you can start sweating. A lot of people get diabetes and different other diseases because they don't sweat. They don't activate their metabolism in the morning with the sun, the solar plex. Your sun in you is connected to the sun in the sky, and it's also connected to the sun in the center of the planet, right? Man, they know who we are. Stop playing with us. So when you take control and master your solar plex chakra, which is the yellow, right? You begin to master your metabolism, right? And keep in mind, like we told you, calorie really means heat. So sweat is connected with the solar plex. And sweating is conducive for your body getting rid of toxins. So the solar plex help burn toxins out of your body. They have a herb called charcoal that you can get, right? Charcoal. And what is charcoal? Carbon. And it's put on the fire, right? The solar plex to make it burn hotter, right? So your solar plex is one of the main chakras to keeping you healthy, right? Because when you get sick, your body heat up. Your body heats up above the normal temperature. And this is done because of the solar plex. The solar plex chakra heats up, right? Past the normal temperature, causing what the Tamahu term as a fever, right? And they say, oh, this is bad. Come in, we gotta take that fever off. But the truth of the matter is that fever is being created by the solar plex in order to burn, right? Because the solar plex controls the metabolism. So with that, the solar plex sends the signal to increase the metabolism and turn the heat up on your oven. Because you have an oven. When you eat, you cook the food inside of your body already. The food that you eat shouldn't have to be cooked because your body is gonna cook it. That's why it's all good to eat the Dr. Sebi diet, because your body is gonna cook the food for you. That's what your metabolism is about. But if you put in food that's already cooked, right, inside of you, then you're messing the natural system up of the body. So if you eat raw vegetables, right, salads and things, your body then in turn burns, heats that up and take what they call calorie, which is really heat. It takes the heat from it, the sun energy, right, from that food that you took in, and converted it to energy, right, into the body, right? And the human being has two different fuel tanks. You have your regular fuel tank, then you have your auxiliary tank, right? So when you overeat, especially the wrong foods, what happens is the solar plex, in connection with the metabolism, it heats whatever you eat up, speeds the vibration of it up with your body, and then converts that into energy. And the rest of the energy that you don't use, because people, if you ain't moving around, your solar plex is dealing with motion. It's dealing with emotions, energy and motion, your emotions, right? And it's dealing with motion, movement. You gotta stay moving, right? People die because they don't move. They be stuck and they gain weight. They get fat, right? Because they don't move. Their solar plex is blocked. They're not moving around. They're up in the house all day. That's why it's good to go walking every day, especially in the morning when the sun is coming up, right? Because it's connected with your solar plex chakra, right? The metabolism, right? That's one of the most important systems in the body to keep you healthy and to give you energy, pretty much keep you alive. Because people's metabolism shutting down is what makes diseases. Because it's what makes stuff get clogged up. It's not being exhausted out. Your metabolism is part of your car that actually converts the fuel. And if it get clogged up with slugs because you ain't making it work, right? Without going outside and sweating. See, half the time you ain't even gotta do no exercise. All you gotta do is go outside and walk in the sun. And the sun will actually start your metabolism. Because like I just told you, the sun in you is connected to the sun in the sky and the sun in the planet, right? So the sun can speed up your metabolism. Cinnamon, right? Cinnamon, right? Send him in, right? It's a lot of ways you can flip that. But cinnamon speeds up your metabolism. And cinnamon lowers your blood sugar. Your metabolism controls your blood sugar, right? If your metabolism is not working properly, you can get sugar diabetes, right? Because you're not sweating, you're not moving. Most people that diabetes, they don't exercise. They're not moving, right? So this is connected with the solar plex chakra, right? The metabolism, which is very important, right? And they got other things that can boost your metabolism, but exercising, walking, getting in the sun, getting some sunlight is the best way. And it's to keep you down to your right size and keep you healthy, right? And keep in mind, the metabolism regulates the digestive system, right? If your metabolism is not burning what you eat, it can clog up your digestive system, your colon. And keep in mind, Dr. Sebi pointed out that the colon must be cleansed out in order to heal yourself. It's all connected. And like we say, the metabolism connects to the sweat glands, right? Because the sweat glands is one of the body's exhaust, right? The body has different exhaust systems, but the sweat glands is one. This is how you get rid of fat. This is how you burn fat, connected with the solar plex chakra, the metabolism, the sweat glands. This is all a system that's supposed to be working together. Knowing the knowledge of the solar plex chakra can help you activate these systems, right? These parts of the body. You want to get up in the morning and start that solar plex going by exercising, getting some sunlight. And in turn, that will start your metabolism, pretty much starting your engine. It's like starting your engine. You got to start your engine, right? And it help you think better. It help you move swifter. And keep in mind, the solar plex is connected with keeping your body clean, right? It cleans the body out. It purifies the body. The solar plex chakra controls all the systems of the body, right? From the immune system, the solar plex chakra is where you create your force field to protect you from diseases. Because it's connected with the nervous system, the respiratory system, which is dealing with the air coming in, right? With the solar plex, we just explained that, right? Talking about the center sun burning within you, right? The urinary system, and we told you about the digestive system. The body has 13 different systems operating in it, and all of them are being on a higher level controlled by the solar plex. The solar plex control your nervous system, right? Because when you get nervous, don't you feel a funny feeling in your solar plex? You call it butterflies, right? You say, man, you got butterflies. You feel that solar plex when you get nervous, right? You feel that solar plex feel funny. And then, say like if you're in a fight, when you about to get ready to fight, right? Your solar plex have this funny feeling. And then once the fight started to kick off, and the adrenaline get to pumping, right? Adrenaline is a fuel that is injected onto your solar plex to pump you up, to give you an enormous amount of strength. You get your power from the sun, people. This is how you get your power from the sun. The adrenaline is fuel, high octane booster that is injected onto the solar plex, right? To increase the fuel, to make you stronger. So where do your strength really come from? Your strength is already in the mind. You can be strong. You can be strong as you want. That adrenaline, when that adrenaline, the extra fuel hits the solar plex, gives you extra fuel and extra power, right? And it's connected with the nervous system, right? Fear blocks the solar plex. The solar plex is where you get your confidence from. It's where you get your willpower, right? It's where your willpower is located, right? It's where people can place the steering wheel in your back and drive you from your solar plex if you let them. And they'll drive you right up the mountain, or they'll drive you right down the hill, right down in a damn ditch if you let them. And keep in mind, we're gonna get into a lot of these systems later on in the book, like the lymphatic system, which is a network of tissues and organs that help the body rid toxic waste and unwanted minerals, right? So, and it's connected with the solar plex chakra, okay? The lymphatic system cleans the blood. A lot of people that got AIDS, right? Their lymphatic system is not working properly. The metabolism is one of the main parts of the body that keep you from getting sick. Keep the toxins from building up in your body from the combustion of what you ate, right? Your metabolism is what gives you the energy. It's what gives you the fuel. It's the converter. The solar plex is burning and cooking that food off, right? Creating heat, which they call calories, right? If you go look up the word calorie, you'll see that the origin of it means heat. You also have different stones that vibrate with this seed, with this chakra, right? Like canary yellow diamonds, right? Yellow sapphire, honey yellow sapphire, yellow jade, right? And there's a lot of other yellow stones that you can find that'll help vibrate with this chakra. When you do start placing these stones on those chakras. Because the brother Neb Haru, right? One of the masters of crystals, right? And also the 15th elder pointed it out as well. Our brother Neb Haru, right, is one of the masters. And he said you want to clean these crystals, right? Right? You want to clean these crystals before you use them. You want to charge them and clean them, right? Yeah, so clean and charge your crystals. You can do this by, washing them with some sea salt water, washing them with seawater, right? And you can make your own seawater with, get you some spring water and put a little sea salt in it. Let it sit in the sun for a while, right? Cleanse them. When you see the bubbles starting to pop up, then you start to see the cleansing, right? But you can get with the brother Neb Haru, right? On the 15th, and they can get you more information on them things. You know what I'm saying? These brothers are masters with crystals, right? And keep in mind, you also have the yellow auric egg, right? Which is connected with the solar plex. This is the core of your self-esteem, right? This generates your personality. This chakra represents your ego, right? Your characteristics. What are you all about? What do you stand for? How do you view yourself? Your personal power. The solar plex is what makes you a star, right? People who are stars, right, are stars reflecting from their solar plex chakra, right? And the more powerful you become from the solar plex, you can become more famous, right? The solar plex is what makes you famous, right? It's what makes you have this magnetation and gravitation about yourself to where people love to praise you. This chakra can represent humbleness, right? And cockiness. And keep in mind, humble can go both ways. Because the truth of the matter is, This is where you Christians get your faith from. The faith of a mustard seed is planted in the solar plexus, right? And faith is impossible without work. You should already know that. If this chakra is blocked, you feel powerless. You don't feel confident, right? You feel like everything that you do is being shot down. You got low self-esteem. If this chakra is blocked, it creates low self-esteem, which causes people to gain weight. Low self-esteem causes people to sit and want to eat all day, right? You may have digestive problems, low appetite, right? Because the solar plexus give you the appetite to eat. It gives you the taste buds to want certain tastes for certain things. You feel victimized, right? A lot of people that play the victim, the me, right? Because remember I told you, these people are the me too people, as in do, re, mi, fa, sol, right? These people begin to blame themselves, and loneliness could set in. And loneliness is a disease that will kill you, right? And send you on to the fourth dimension. On the flip side, these people with these yellow org eggs, right? On the bad side, they brag a lot. They over-aggressive with their power. They're overpowering with their cockiness. They're very self-centered, right? And like we say, you want to balance this chakra out by meditating and using certain stones and certain foods, yellow foods like lemons and lime. Lemons and lime go together, right? Lemons actually speed up your metabolism. That's why they say add some lemon to your water, right, when you drink it in the morning, because it helps boost your metabolism, right? Because the yellow is connected with the solar plexus. Bananas boost your metabolism, right? Yellow peppers boost your metabolism, right? These yellow foods, we told you all about that, the connection in the Ascension manual, right? Between the yellow foods and the solar plexus chakra. Personality, because this is where you overcome your fears. You use your solar plexus to overpower your fears, because there's no fear in the sun. And keep in mind, these are the people who vibrate on me, on a do-re musical scale, right? And me represents E on the piano, on the musical scale, which vibrates at 329 hertz, right? And on the higher side, the color yellow vibrating at 530 terahertz, right? These people are leaders. These people have great admiration. These people are happy people, right? They have a strong sense of self-abilities. These people are go-getters, natural-born leaders. They are great team players. These people make friends easily because people are attracted to these people, right? This is where you start to get a little bit of fame, because like I told you, it generates your personality, your characteristics. This creates your character and what you stand on, right? Because either you stand for something or you'll fall for anything. These people are the me too people. Like, you going to the mall? Me too. You got $5? Me too. You got some money? Me too. And sometimes these people can become very selfish. And it's one thing you don't want to deal with is a shellfish, right? So if you catch one like that, throw it back, because they don't care about nobody or no one but themselves. Also on the flip side, these people can be very artistic. They can be tricky people. They can be, sometimes they can be very happy people over the top and think that everything is funny, right? On the flip side. So it's a flip side, like we said, it's a flip side to all these different arc eggs colors, right? So keep everything in mind. These people got a strong mind. These people with the yellow arc eggs, right? These people love exercising. They love staying busy. You always see them doing something. They're going to be in the yard. They're going to be washing the car. They're going to be going here, going there, right? They're going to constantly be moving. They can't sit still. And they say these people got a high metabolism, right? Look at the connection that we're showing you here. And we're just trying to make this clear and put this out, right? Because we're running behind. We're working on so many books, so many tapes at one time.